Janet Barnes has been a director of the Guild of St George for longer than she cares to remember, I think. She's our longest serving director. She was once the curator of the Ruskin collection in Sheffield when it was in Norfolk Street, wasn't it? And Janet is going to be talking to us about what the Guild will be doing, we think, in the year of Ruskin's bicentenary. Janet.
Thank you. Well, Clive has mentioned before some of the events that we think will be happening or might be happening in 2019. So I just really wanted to chat a little bit about the exhibition we're planning that the Guild are putting on, called, it's a working title, Ruskin and Science. And we've been in conversation for quite a while with an organisation in London that some of you may have visited, which is called Two Temple Place. It's run by the Bulldog Trust. And they are a very special organisation because they concentrate on really featuring regional museum collections, which are very difficult to get any space in London. You know, there's too much happening in London and not really very many spaces that are open to regional museums. So there's quite a queue of regional museums who are interested in working with Two Temple Place. But because of the 2019 bicentenary, they are interested, but we're still in discussions with them about what exactly the exhibition will look like. Those of you who know the building will know that it's a very late Victorian, highly decorated, quite a dark place with lots of panelling. It is an absolutely fantastic space in itself. So there are lots and lots of issues around how you put in a modern exhibition. And it would be the same exhibition that would be appearing later in the year, the second half of 2019, in the Millennium Gallery, which is basically a white box. So they'll look very, very different if it all comes off. But it's an exciting subject. We haven't really looked at Ruskin's contributions and thinking around science. And by science, I mean the natural history. So that is all to come, and really we're waiting for Louise, the curator of the collection in Sheffield, to come back from maternity leave, because it's going to be her major project over the next couple of years. But I think it's important for us all to be aware of this bicentenary, because it would be such a shame to sort of not do the year justice in a way. It's a real opportunity for lots of organisations and individuals who are interested in Ruskin in all various ways. We really need to come together and try and coordinate the activities. And I know that Ruskin Today, which is a group of people who met originally in the 2000 anniversary of Ruskin's death, it was started then, and because it was such a useful sort of forum to talk about what was happening in Ruskin world, that they kept going with it. And Clive and Stu, they attend regularly. So that is the main sort of forum where ideas are coming to, and hopefully dates are sorted out and the programme is sorted out. But given my background working in museums, I know how important marketing and, you know, getting that information out to relevant people so that as many people as possible can take part and enjoy the programme that will undoubtedly take place. I'm very concerned that the Guild play its part, and I'm very happy to really make that a sort of special, give it my special attention, if you like. So, although we know about Ruskin and Science exhibition, hopefully in London and in Sheffield, I also know that York Art Gallery are planning an exhibition on Ruskin and Turner, and that will tour to Abbott Hall in Kendal. And we know that Brantwood are planning a series of exhibitions and events. Also, the William Morris Gallery will be doing an exhibition on Ruskin and William Morris. And we know that Edinburgh are interested in putting on a major conference. So these ideas are just beginning to sort of all come together. And obviously next year we'll report again on the progress made. But I think, you know, all of you in all of your different spheres and networks, it would be really useful if you could feed information to the Guild and we can feed it through the networks we have, so that we can create possibly a website that people can go to, so that they know, people can see what's happening in their area, or if they're travelling, they can join in. Clive also mentioned about the Ruskin and Venice exhibition that's coming up in 2018, but there are lots of other things happening internationally, and I think, you know, it would be right to include international events as well. So this is really just a very initial plea to you all to make sure that other people know what you're doing. We had a little conversation about a possible Ruskin trip, you know, a 7-day event that would be organised by Nick, and you know, that sort of thing would be really interesting to a very few people, but would be a very significant event in such a programme. So I know a lot of you have lots of contacts, so do bear in mind that keep the Guild informed, and we will make sure that other people know about any events that you're planning. So thank you very much.